17. Okay, so you might have seen some previous videos where I'm wearing the same clothes. Well, everything was filmed today. So we're going on to our third hard cider experiment. This one's kind of special because I mentioned on Facebook that I was doing 4 experiments, but I was actually going to end up with 5 until I came up with 2 more recipes. So now we're looking at 7 experiments in total. Anyways, back to this. I wanted to do, you know, an apple pie hard cider using some cinnamon sticks and brown sugar. Now this is where experiment number 2 comes in. This is going to be a 2-gallon experiment, or 8 liters of apple juice, 2 cups of sugar, so 1 cup for every 4 liters or 1 gallon, and we're going to put in 4 cinnamon sticks for each gallon or 4 liters, so 8 sticks, 2 cups of brown sugar. Alright, so I already have the apple juice in here, and the idea is 4 liters I'm just going to siphon off and bottle as per normal. The other 4 liters I'm going to put into 2-liter pop bottles, and I'm going to freeze distill it, or make apple jacks if you will. I've had some subscribers, you know, mention to me on my comments if I've ever done it, so this is my first one. Alright, so let's get our brown sugar in here. And I do have a yeast starter going, just like I did with the first 2 experiments. I figured, you know what, now that I have these, you know, food grade plastic buckets from my wife's work, that I'm going to make it exactly the same. I use the same amounts of water, a little bit of dextrose, put the yeast in it. Water is probably about lukewarm. And I started that, about 40 minutes ago, so let's get this stuff stirred in. Alright, that was pretty quick and easy. Alright, so 8 cinnamon sticks we're going to throw in here. And they're only short ones. They're not the great big, you know, gigantic ones, so they're only short, but maybe 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. Sesame Street humor. It's not appreciated. Just kidding. Alright, so we got that in there. This one's going really, really smooth. Let's get a hydrometer reading. Okay, so this one's just a little under my mark. It's 1.068. But you know what? 2 points? I can live with that. So, put this all back in here. Oh, that sweet goodness. We're going to make this one really quick and easy. We're going to take our yeast starter. There we go. Look at that. Take our lid, slap it on. Airlock. Take this off here. And that's a perfect fit, nice and snug, and it's just that easy. We're back, everybody. Okay, so the Apple Pie Moonshine has been bottled and bulk primed. Now what I did, since this was a 2-gallon batch, and I knew 1 gallon would give me 10 bottles, or 4 liters would give me 10 bottles. So I bulk primed with 68 grams of dextrose, because it's 8 liters. I filled my 10 bottles, and then I grabbed 3 2-liter bottles, pop bottles. They're all cleaned out, sanitized. I don't know if you can see the liquid in it, but I'm basically going to put them in the deep freezer like this, sitting on their sides. I don't know if it would be better if straight up and down or if it's on its side, but either or. Maybe I'll put 1 bottle up and 2 bottles on their side. I don't know. I'm sure people will comment, you know, which is better, on the side or straight up and down. But we're going to freeze this, and then I'll probably leave it until the next 4 days that I'm off, and then we'll thaw it and we'll see what this comes out. I did buy an alcometer. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but for testing or seeing what the alcohol is in spirits. So we'll see if that actually works with this freeze distillation. So stay tuned, folks, and we'll be back. All right, we're back. It's frozen. I literally just took this out of the freezer, but this is kind of cool. This has been in here for 2 weeks. I've had it in the freezer. I don't know if you can see the liquid, but that's alcohol that didn't freeze. So we're on to the next step. I did 3 bottles, but I only have 2 containers, so we'll do these 2 first. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up the caps. Oh, did you hear the hits? Sounds good to me. So we're just going to basically take these, flip them upside down, and as you can see, it's just off the bottom. We're going to keep an eye on it, and as soon as the ice inside is just white and there's no color into it, then we're going to flip our bottles out, and that should be all of our Apple Pie Moonshine. So the Pepsi bottle has got some in there too. Here, I'll just tip it up. Not quite as much as the other bottle, but we're well on our way. So I don't know how long this is going to take, so I'm not even going to guess. But I do have my alcometer. I don't know how to say it. I think I said it in another video, and I still don't know how to say it, so we'll be back in a bit. Alright, we're 2 hours in. There's a little bit in there. Still got a little bit of orange in the bottle. We'll look over on this one. And a little chunk of ice just fell down, which has some color in it, but we look up at the top. Move this so I can change the light a little bit. Yeah, I have chopsticks stuck in there holding the bottles out of the liquid. Alright, so they're pretty white at the top. Just a little bit of color down the bottom. And like I said, we're 2 hours in, so maybe another half an hour to an hour. And I'll get that other bottle in here, and we'll see how strong it is. Hey everybody. Okay, sorry to interrupt this video. One thing that I've learned about doing these hard cider experiments, I need to have a clapboard so I can keep it straight. Actually, the last 2 that I just made, I had a notepad while I was holding it up. But I seem to be missing some footage. I don't know if I thought I hit record, didn't record, in a hurry to get all these done. Either way, I apologize. So this little break here, I did thaw the 3rd bottle. Combined the 3 of them. I still don't know if I'm saying it right. Alcometer or alcometer. So 1 for alcometer if that's how I'm supposed to be saying it, or 2 if it's alcometer. Either or. It didn't register anything. So just looking at it, hard cider was only 8%. Even if I doubled it by freeze distillation, that would only bring it up to 16%. So I'm sure it's meant for actually measuring real spirits than, you know, freeze distillation. I'm not sure, but I'm having fun. That's what matters, right? Anyways, I ended up taking what I had collected, putting it into 1 2-liter pop bottle, which I left it for another, I think 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. I didn't write it down on my calendar. Anyways, so let's pick up where we left off. Hey YouTubers, Steven here. How's everybody's day going? Well, right now we're just about in the middle of what they're dubbing White Wand Junior. It's a blizzard, snowstorm, it's the end of March. March 26th I think today's date is. I don't know, I'm on vacation, so. Anywho, I know the whiteouts were pretty bad. We're going to continue on with our Apple Pie Moonshine for the freeze distillation. This is going to be the review for the Apple Pie Moonshine cider that I made. They're starting to carbonate a little bit. I think they may have just needed a little more time, like I've said in previous videos, so let's give it a sniff. You can smell the cinnamon, and with the cinnamon you can almost picture the brown sugar, knowing that there's brown sugar in it, but with the apples, it does kind of make you think of apple pie when you smell it. So let's give it a swig. Cheers. 17 everyone. Oh wow. This is actually my last bottle. I've been drinking this stuff up like there's no tomorrow. These recipes are so good. It does taste just like apple pie. Not quite like what Jake was saying on his cast. You know, he could taste the crust and ask me how I could get the crust in it, but wow, you know, this is actually really good. I'm going to have to make all of these recipes a lot more. I'm sure you could probably hear my snowblower out back. My son's out there clearing the driveway. Mom's on her way home from work. So good. But freeze distillation. Let me grab the bottle. Alright, now look. It's right slushy. If we turn it upside down, hopefully I'm getting this on camera. I can't see. There's some alcohol there. So all I'm doing is I have a sanitized bowl with coriander in there, strainer. Try and use fancy terms, and sometimes you get them wrong. But alright, so I'm just going to take this. I'm just going to set it in their sanitized strainer. Hopefully it'll balance. And we'll thaw it out. We'll come back. Alright, here we go. It's pretty much all just ice in there now. So you know what? We're done. Let me think. Unfortunately, I didn't write down the time. Crap. That's terrible. Try to get as much out of this as I can. This is very precious liquid. As you can see, there's not much left in the bowl. Alright, now give this a little stir. Everything here is sterilized. Spilling a bit. Alright, well that's kind of disappointing. Hey everybody, okay, so my battery died yesterday when we were doing the Apple Pie Moonshine, so it's a little bit. I have a full quart, and this is what I have left out of, what did we start out with? Two 2 liters? Or was it 3? 3 2 liters. Yeah, anyways. I did check with the alcometer, and it's not registering. So, it's not that strong. However, I'd say it's probably in around 25%. Give or take a little bit, because I mean it was 8% thinking out loud, you know, 8% if you double it, that's 16%, and then we froze it again. Could it possibly double again to 30%? Possible. But I'm not sure. I'm definitely going to do this experiment again, but I think I'm going to use turbo yeast and really bump the alcohol up in it before I freeze it. What are your guys' thoughts who do the freeze distillation? Do you think 18%, 16% would be too much to try and freeze? But either or, let's give this a little sniff. You can definitely smell the alcohol in it. There's no question there. And you do get a bit of an apple. So let's give it a swig, eh? Cheers. 17. The apple. The apple is right up front. Wow. There's an alcohol warmth. There's a warmth to it, but it's not overpowering. It's not a burn. But after the initial apple, one sec. After the initial apple, you get a little bit of the brown sugar, and then the cinnamon. Wow, this is exactly like what we were drinking in Montreal. The Apple Pie Moonshine that Marco had. So, yeah, cheers to that. Looking forward to the main meat. Hoping to buy some down there. Someone may be bringing some Apple Pie Moonshine. Hunter going with the snowblower. Probably going to make a few dollars blowing somebody out. But, yeah. Anyways, cheers everybody. 17. Hoping to do a few more of these experiments and see how they turn out with as higher alcohol. But anywho, cheers. Delicious.